some redneck out there
I don't know,
sitting
dude.
outside your window smoking, watching you.
This will get those liberal cucks.
Oh, and
Oh, I posted in the Discord, didn't I?
Oh, okay. Let me send it over to Distals. It's so quiet. We're just all gonna sit here in complete silence.
so I made a mistake. I need to make a retraction.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out
Double down.
how to be right.
Go harder. Be wrong harder.
Hard 75.
Show them your hard 75
That's right. Show them how hard you can be.
millimeters.
I heard that's a good size, right? Millimeters.
75
It's
millimeters?
7.5 centimeters. Let's see. 2 inches. Oh, it's not very good. It's not very good.
I was told
Pretty
it was
bad.
enough.
It's wet. It's cold. It's wet and
You-
cold in this basement. It's a damp basement.
I mean, the first
It
2
is, it's
inches of the
cold.
vagina are the most sensitive. So really,
There you
all
go.
you need
2 is all you need.
Two.
is a thick 2.
It's a thick 2. It's like a Coke can, but just the lid.
What are you packing? A thick 2.
A thick 2.
Real thick too.
It's like a chocolate chip cookie.
It's just chode.
super
Chilies.
wide, but
You're a
chod.
crushed Coke can.
There you go.
Chode chimney, chode chimney, chode chiroo.
Here's a.
I'd
Yeah,
watch that
that's enough.
Mary
You need to get
Poppins
more in
there.
porn
No, it's good.
parody.
There has to be one.
Come chimney.
Oh, there has to be several.
No,
There has to be, yeah.
that's not. Nope.
Nope.
Do it.
Probably not with actual
Top it off with
animation.
vermouth.
No, probably not.
What do you mean top it all?
What are you doing?
We're doing
Make it.
bitter shots over here.
Fucking weirdos. I don't want to feel my tongues right before I go
I
to.
don't have to go to work
To talk.
tomorrow because it's my son's birthday.
I'm MOD tomorrow at 7 in the morning. It's gonna be great. People gonna ask me
Oh, fun.
questions, and I'm gonna be like, "Fuck you, do your job."
Whenever I was MOD at the Gap, I would drink a lot, and then I would just be like, "I trust y'all," and I would just lock myself
that
in
bad.
the
I know, so take it. I take mine after
trust
you.
you all.
I mean,
And they,
that's
and they
how
would
I
call me
feel.
on the radio, and I'd be like, "Okay,"
I said I trusted
and
you.
then I wouldn't come.
I fucking trusted you.
This is yours. You deal with this.
I don't know why they fired me.
I've given you the power.
You should
I
put
know
bitters
exactly.
in your
Because the
beer.
Gap can't recognize real talent when they see it.
Why they fired me? Because something else did, which is actually ironic. Because they could have fired me for all the stuff I did.
Like drinking at work,
Yeah.
not attending to my duties.
Right.
Bastards. Calling me out. I'm not doing my job.
No, my fucking boss is there the entire time I'm working. It's awful.
Womp womp.
Well, why aren't they the manager on duty?
Because they don't. They are an office manager person.
They're the owner of duty.
They assign the duty
Pow.
overall. I have to enact it.
Duty rolls downhill.
And then my boss's boss will also be there regularly throughout the day. It's a great
Okay.
system. Lots of bosses.
Mm.
Previously on Botched.
I'm a lady now.
I feel like I might be in over my head. I met some people at a bar, and I followed them around because I was drunk and I thought it was cool. And now we're like fighting the primevals, and we've got the baddest man in the fucking world just following us around. And suddenly I grew some titties.
I'm still confident in our ability to talk ourselves out of this.
I kind of
And I
want to.
have every unearned confidence.
I just want to get drunk with the girls and go out around town.
We just turned the end of the season into Drunk Girl Adventure. Basically.
Drunk girls.
Drunk Girl Western Adventure.
No, I don't. I'm not on that ideas anymore.
Okay.
Who was that? I don't know.
I don't know.
who that is.
Sal
Who's
the
that?
bus driver.
Sal the bus driver says it's time to go to another dimension.
Jesus.
All aboard
They're all
for the
becoming
Skunt
one
stop.
in his head.
Hey, yeah.
Welcome back, listeners, to the 51st episode of our 7th season. thanks so much for tuning in. We are going to start where we left off last time, except I made a wee bit of a mistake and can't read my own chicken scratch, and you guys actually swapped back to your original genders after 8 hours because I can't read.
But I already bought a new wardrobe.
Lame.
Sorry.
I was so confident.
Well, you could still be confident. You could just pretend like you didn't.
Okay.
Nobody will know.
It's not as fun to be shirtless anymore.
You were turtle tits?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm a rare mammalian turtle.
Some snitties.
that had breasts.
Torties.
Snitties. Torties.
Sure.
Good stuff.
So yeah, you guys are on that ship still, making your way around the bottom of the continent towards the area where, in a previous life, your characters sort of got flung out of Skuntsville. And slid down the mountain.
All the skunts down in
fell into the
Skuntsville.
water. So yeah, so the ship is still just sort of sailing around. Looks like it's going to be a little bit before it gets close-ish to the island. I don't know how close you guys want to get to it, but to give you an idea of what it looks like, even from a distance, it's a sheer cliff wall up, maybe like an 89, 88 degree angle. So it's not all the way vertical, but it's pretty freaking close.
Well, how high up is it then?
A few thousand feet.
I mean, enough where the cannons can be loaded with the
It's
friends,
you know what? It's possible.
with the Sea of Thieves and whatnot.
Yeah, that is a thing that we used to do. So it's possible. So yeah.
Can I sit here a second and do the calculations on how to properly angle
Yes,
the
you can
ship
do that.
with the cannons?
Sure, you can
so
do that.
that I'm not just shooting
Yeah.
my turtle friend right dead into the wall.
You shoot down.
Yes,
into
just
the spiky rocks.
it's a leveled.
Fuck.
It's leveled.
Thought he'd ricochet. You hit it and bounce up.
Just makes a smear.
If you want to do that, you can roll intelligence to try and mathematics. We're going to imagine all the math just floating through the background.
I think I got it.
Would you
No,
get?
no, please, voice in head. May I use the help action?
Nope.
Oh no.
I'm just curious what he got.
I'm going to text you what I got.
Oh, good. I mean, if you want to double check his math, that's on you, Clancy. You untrustworthy person.
Let's swat it.
untrusting
Well,
person.
I'm probably not around right now.
Pros. Clancy dies in
So-
a fire.
So the ship is not like a huge galleon, if I recall correctly. It's like a medium-sized
It's a
ship.
fishing ship.
Yeah, fishing ship. Okay.
What's Smiling Tom doing?
He has not left the front of the ship. He is still standing on the very front of the ship, just staring out at the ocean. He has not moved from that spot.
Can I go talk to him?
You can. He's just been there the whole time. Everyone's been avoiding him on the ship.
Yeah, I was gonna approach him and be like, hey, bud, what you doing? You thinking about boys?
No, not at the moment.
It's okay if you're thinking about boys.
It would be
It's-
okay, but
it's natural.
it's not what I'm thinking about right now.
Boys are cute, some of them.
Sure, I've been with men before.
Yeah. Well, that's a good delineation to make, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I've done that before in the past. Not recently, but, I've tried it. I'm over 10,000 years old. I've tried just about everything.
Step
my
Tom,
gosh.
help! I'm caught in the rigging.
That's right.
Have you tried ketchup on macaroni and cheese?
What are you doing here, Step Tom? Use your hips.
His smile grew 3 times the size that morning.
Then he bled all over them.
Well, anyway, Mr. Smiling, may I call you Smiling?
Sure, whatever.
You said something earlier that caught my attention. You were talking about having been a slave.
Yeah.
It sounded like maybe you wanted to talk about that with someone, maybe someone that was like 3 feet tall and a woman up until about 2 hours ago.
I do kind of prefer you now. It was a little weird having you swap around and all of a sudden you grew tits. It was
I can
strange.
stuff my bra if you want.
I mean,
They got oranges on this thing.
of course we've got oranges. We don't want the scurvy. Tom just kind of looks out for a little bit and he sighs. And he says, "Yeah, I was born a slave, actually. Hell, this ain't even my real voice."
Is it gonna be like
It's gonna be.
Are you putting on an affect?
Roger Rabbit?
What is?
I'll change-
I'll bite. What is your real voice, Mr. Smiling?
And he sits there and thinks about it for a second. He's like, I haven't used my real voice in a long time.
Oh,
Go back.
It's been a while.
you were born poor.
No, I was born a slave.
What the voice you're putting on? It sounds like you were born a poor person.
Sure, yeah.
So you weren't
Slaves are
born poor. You were
slaves
born
are
a
pretty-
rich slave.
Slaves are, well, rich in spirit, I suppose.
Uh-huh.
I guess you could say that.
Not
Rich in spirit.
potatoes.
Potatoes.
They were golden
We
potatoes.
had golden potatoes. That's right. No, yeah, I was born a slave.
Yukon.
That was a long, long time ago, though.
Well, 10,000 years when you were born.
Yes, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even always a shithead like I am now. I was a good lad back then.
Mm.
Didn't know me father. He died before I was born. They tossed him off the top of a Titana turtle. Took bets on how many pieces he'd come apart as when he hit the water. I suppose that's as good a thing to bet on as any.
Who won?
I don't know, because I wasn't alive yet.
Oh, well,
There's the
I thought they
royals.
told you part of the story. I assume they told
Yeah.
you the whole story. My fault there.
No, Ma left out the gory bits of who won and how
She
many
probably
pieces.
won. That's probably why she didn't tell you.
Sure. I suppose, yeah, I guess. He said, do you know what a Titana turtle is? You ever heard of one of those?
No.
Great beasts. They used to build, they used to strap castles to the back of them, sail them around the ocean, fight the other royals and things like that. And then we, the slave class, we, did the upkeep, took care of things, made sure the royals had everything they needed. But yeah, so it was just me and my ma back then, and all the other slaves. And she was a good woman, I'd say. She took care of everyone. She kept everyone together, even during the rough times. But I don't really remember what she looks like anymore at this point. And they made sure we didn't know how to read or write or anything like that. Didn't want us getting any ideas. But there was this old woman, this witch, took a shine to me. And her eyesight was going bad. And she taught me how to read. So then she'd have me come up and read to her every day when she went blind. One day, I was reading to her.
Ivanhoe?
Ivanhoe? Yes, Ivanhoe. I don't know how you know she was an Ivanhoe, but...
She would know. I mean, she made you read Ivanhoe.
yeah, sure.
What a terrible book.
Her room was like a library. I'd never seen so many books. In a long time after that, I'd say. But she died one day while I was reading to her, and I was only 7 years old at the time. And wasn't sure what to do. Figured they'd blame it on me. And so I stayed in the room, not sure what to do. And
So I ate her.
So I ate her, obviously. Well, no, I saw this old leather-bound book, and curiosity got the best of me, started looking through it, and it was all about communicating with spirits and the like. And I thought, well, maybe I could figure out how to talk to the old woman and she could explain things to him. But it's about that time my ma came by to check on me and saw the same, had the same thought I did.
She's helped you eat her.
Yes, she helped me eat her. No, she scooped me up, and we ran out of there, and somebody saw us, though, and shot me ma in the back. She didn't die right away, though. Got back up to the top quarters. The rest of the slaves, they panicked. We built little barricades, and then they started discussing about the book, and they said, well, screw talking to the old woman. What if, what if we try talking to somebody else? Maybe somebody who hear our plea and maybe help us?
Like Jesus.
Could be. I don't know.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, that's true. So I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a drop of the magic in me. So I set up the ritual as best I could and drew the circle, put out the candles, said the words that were in the book.
Oh, shit.
And it worked. But the book didn't really mention a cost. And it stripped the souls out of every person I ever knew or loved. All the royals as well. Hell, even the Titana turtle. And then it was... Then I was by myself. I was alone. And then that scaly bastard that you all have met came a-calling. That's who answered the call. The door was opened at that point. And so he made me a deal. He said, I'm so grateful to you for opening the door. I'll be more than happy to take care of you. All you got to do is just, help me out, cause some trouble, that sort of thing.
Wait, Captain Gizzard
No,
came to you.
I mean,
not that
He
scaly
said
bastard.
scaly. Oh,
I-
I think
the
he meant
devil.
Lord.
The devil.
I mean,
He said they were royals.
If I was going to say him, I'd point to him because he's over there messing with the. I don't even think he knows what that little pointy thing is or the compass is or nothing like that. He's pointing the cannons at the rocks. Like, I wouldn't let him put you in that.
I'm still doing me.
Yeah, you do your calculations.
but
That's fine.
I do fit in the end of that gun rather smartly. So
Oh,
I mean,
you would fit in just
Sure.
fine.
It'd work too if you
it's
just.
like it was made for me. Like this is my hole.
Could be.
This is why you don't get tied up in organized religions.
Wait, is Clancy a baby Tyranna turtle or whatever the fuck you just said?
He's not a Titana turtle.
I'm
How
a
do you know?
turtle.
He would have to be like a
I'm
sperm
like
of a Titana turtle.
33. Why would I be a Titana?
He's a
turtle?
Titana turtle sperm.
I'm a slow grower if I am.
And
That's
is
the-
that like a thing that y'all used to do back in the old days? Like, oh, Tom, I'm so old and I haven't much time left, so fucking read me Ivanhoe so that my final days are an eternity. Is that like a thing?
just that old lady? Like I said, I was the only one on the whole Titana turtle of the slaves that knew how to read or write, so it's not like she was going
So
around.
if you were the only one who knew, who taught you?
The old woman did.
But you said you were the only one who knew.
After she
Of the
died.
slaves, I
Af-
said.
yeah.
Yeah, the
that
slaves.
wasn't tough math to figure out there, Clancy.
Yeah, he used good context clues
I
and
didn't
everything.
have it
Glasses are
written in
only for
front of me,
contracts.
Okay.
He's a math guy, not
Yeah,
an
he's a math guy.
English guy.
Well, why? I mean, I know I asked, but like, what's the purpose of this story? Like, are you trying to make me kind of feel some sort of sympathy for the devil or something?
Roll a
Fuck
A-
you.
dex. So does your class? Because you're a rogue, right? Do you have
I
any
am.
sort of like awareness to like you know how barbarians can't be surprised or anything like that?
I can check for traps.
He can't get a
That's
dex,
why I've never sharted, because I can't be surprised by nothing.
on
roll
AoE
a-
dex saves. He gets double.
Okay, well it's not
Whatever.
an AoE thing. Roll me a dex save with a -4.
Clancy, a friend of the devil is always going to be a friend of mine.
I also didn't hear anything about gunpowder in that story. Out of character.
Sure. He also might not have known what they were up to. But
Okay, well, -4. You said.
yes.
That's a dirty one.
Okay. So
I didn't botch. It's a dirty
before
one.
you can even
I am. I rolled a 2.
before you can even realize what's happened, Smiling Tom has whipped around and has basically caught you by like the what? Are you wearing a shirt or something? Like
I'm wearing a turtleneck.
turtleneck? Okay,
He's got
so
a cravat.
he grabs you by the turtleneck and just lifts you up so that you're eye level with him. And he goes, "Learn this lesson, boyo. Never have sympathy for devils, for they'll never have any for you."
I can see that you're stretching out the elastic in my shirt.
He just drops you
Well, was that cashmere?
and turns back around over the sea.
It's
Or-
merino.
He's like, "No, I was just thinking since this is probably going to be the end for me. Either A, the giant monster and all its beasties tear us to pieces, or B, you put a bullet in the back of my head as soon as we're successful, which I wouldn't blame you for it. I'd do the same thing myself."
So you just kind of want to get it off your chest.
Sure. Never told anyone before, so.
Do you want to
it's
get
the-
all the baby murder off your chest? Any of that? No, just
I mean, when you're over
the Ivanhoe.
10,000
Just
years old.
Ivanhoe.
Well, I mean, when you're over 10,000 years old, you know, the value of a human life kind of diminishes after a while. I tried, but, you know, when I was traveling around for the old devil doing, you know,
devil stuff.
doing devil
Devil
stuff, getting people, well, causing trouble, as he said. What it was really was just sort of pushing people in his general direction so that the you know, he can make deals with them and whatnot.
Yep, pushing
Right.
pickle for the devil. Heard it.
That only worked for, you know, but I was still living on the streets, eating scum, trash, whatever I could find.
Pushing pickle for the devil.
Pushing pickles for the devil.
Scum,
know.
scum is
Would
when
you like to
put a
buy
little
some devil's
sugar-
pickle?
Right. Deviled pickles. You know, and as I got older, I realized how much I hated him. And the scraps that I started getting into, they got a little bit more dangerous. And, you know, it was until I got, and he points to the scars on his cheek. He's just like, got these beauties from somebody. I realized, you know, if I ever want to really get even with the old devil. I need to come up with a plan, so I called on a devil the way I had before, done the ritual. And I praised him. I gave him all the praises in the world. And thank you so much, Mr. Devil, for everything
He
you've
does
done
have
for
a
me.
praise king.
He
Yes,
does.
he does.
So
He's got
He
went-
loves to be called a good boy.
That's right. I was stroking his ego something fierce. Stroking it and stroking it.
just went down to Georgia.
That's
you
right.
see.
And
Just edging his ego, huh?
and I said, I've been doing
And you said, "Let me tell you what."
That's right. Well, I said, I've been doing such a good job for you, causing all this trouble and getting you deals. But it's
And my
it's
name's Tommy.
my name is Tommy. But it's a dangerous job what I'm doing here. And I was thinking, if there was a way that we could just sort of make it so I couldn't die, think of all the souls I could bring your way. And he started salivating at that thought. And I used my silver tongue, I suppose, to convince him, and we did the spell, and he tied death to me, and I went and shot him in the back. And
I got real kinky real fast.
yes, and he's been afraid of me ever since. And I spent the better part of my lifetime trying to figure out a way to kill the old devil. And then he turns and points at Felita and says, "And she's got the only thing I've ever found that could do it."
Is it friendship?
Yes, it's fucking go back to your maps.
What?
That's a bucket. You're using a bucket. It's not a compass.
It's a compass, and it's good enough.
It's common piss. It's not a compass.
Yes, but I've put a piece of metal on top of it, and it's pointing north.
Okay.
Don't you know the law of the waters? You got to
The
use
law
it.
of the water. So okay.
In between number 2
So yeah.
and 1 is true north.
It's true north.
Are we all going to be talking like this for the rest of the episode? then?
Sure. If that's
Just
how
to
you want
make
to
fun
talk.
of Tom.
Maybe you
It's
want to
fine.
go
You
back
can do
to
whatever
the
you
way
want.
you done learned to top.
Oh no. All right.
I can go back to that way.
I liked it better, personally.
All right. I guess I'll talk like this again.
Yeah.
He sounded like he was a Wisconsin Irishman.
Any other questions before we get to the rocks?
Kissing Irish.
Yeah. How would you, sir, pronounce the first name of the star of the movie Oppenheimer?
What is his name?
Cyan Murphy Lee.
Oh, Killian? Isn't it Killian? Killian?
I asked Smiling Tom, not
I'd
Voice
probably,
Head.
well, if I had, had seen that movie, because it doesn't exist yet, but if I had, I'd probably call him Killian, because Killian sounds pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Not because you're Irish.
Well, no, if I was going to do it in this voice, I'd say Killian. Killian.
Just Keelium.
Not Kilium.
Just Keelium.
Helium.
Helium.
Kilium.
What do you want to do with the devil? You just want to Keelium.
So like if you
Helium.
if you just killed the devil for the halibut, what would happen?
What do you mean?
Well, like if you kill
No
the
more
devil,
devil.
no more devil, no more hell, no more.
No, I don't think it works that way.
I think it's like the Santa Claus rules, with whoever
Kill
takes
the
out the devil turns into
To the devil?
the
So then,
devil.
wouldn't you be the guy that you hate then?
He's always hated
we don't
himself.
know that's true.
Look at his actions.
I mean, that's where I'm going anyways.
Does those actions seem like a man that likes themselves? Does it?
It's fair. No, I'm not particularly fond of myself or the things I've done.
Yeah, it's
At this point, I'm just been treading water for the last few thousand years. Just going because
Do you get bored?
I'm so bored. Imagine eating the same thing, or not even the same thing, but, I've eaten everything there is to eat over 10,000 years. Everything's just boring. I've done everything there is to do. Every good, every evil thing.
Even
I've
moose
done it.
cum?
Even moose cum. I've
Fermented
snorted
moose
it,
cum?
I've shot it. I've done all kinds of things to moose cum.
if you wait another couple hundred years, they'll probably invent video games and you can just play World of Warcraft all day and never be bored again.
That's
Why
definitely
don't
not
you
true.
just leave?
That's what I do. I leave.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, the West is not the only place.
Yeah, I was getting close to leaving.
So why don't you leave?
Right now.
Just go away. Get
can't.
out of here.
And points at Felita.
Throw rocks
Can't.
at them.
Go and get.
Because she's got that rock or whatever it is. I think
Alita's
it's a
just sitting there picking at her nails and is like, me?
yeah, you got the rock. I can't go anywhere.
What, you proposed to her?
No, it's a deal I made with her god Wonder.
All right.
So she's got the leash. I can't go anywhere. I
Nice.
also can't hurt any of you either.
Sounds like a fun game.
Yep.
I
So
like games.
basically, if we kill the devil, then wonder will take over, and the wonder years will begin.
Exactly. That is what the name of the era will be. The Wonder
Right.
Years.
That's what they'll call it.
All right. Let's shake it up a bit.
Everybody will be real Fred Savage to each other.
I'm pretty tired of like going from town to town, playing games of chance and skill, and juggling on the streets for money. I think I'm in. You guys want to put all your hands in a circle and we can like
What?
1, 2, 3, go. Wonder years.
Oh, Wonder Years. Yeah, I'm sure.
You wanna-
Well,
If we just believe a little bit, put your hands in. Everybody, no.
Tom
1,
turns
2,
around.
1, 2, 3, Wonder years. All right, we did it.
So yeah. Anything else you want to ask him before your ship arrives? Or find out from him?
Did you really not hear me when I told you I was stuck in the rigging, or you just ignoring me?
I'm not doing your weird fantasies. I've already done that one.
I was only a lady for 8 hours, and no one would nail me. What's wrong with me?
I don't know.
So much.
I haven't done that in a few hundred years. I don't have any interest in that sort of thing.
Well, shit.
Not anymore.
Sounds like you weren't doing it right.
No, the last time I did it was pretty wrong. So
Oh, yeah. Let's not elaborate on
No.
that ever.
Nope.
no. Yep, I'd rather not.
Do you
talk
think
about
it would
that.
be a good idea to financially tie into a Subway franchise chain?
Depends on how close it is to other Subways.
It's pretty. It's like right next door to another one.
It's a bad idea.
Don't you want the subway network to be interconnected
Like it
so you can
would
get
be
from one place to another?
like a Subway. Like
Is he talking about sandwiches or trains?
I think he's talking about trains.
I
I'm
think he's
talking about
I
trains.
think he's
I
talking
really
about
like
sandwiches.
trains.
Why would you put one right now? I mean, the train, what? Just
Well,
choo-choos?
like if you don't want to walk
2 feet?
the 50
It's
feet.
the connector.
That sounds like a lot of resources being used for
put
you
a
to save
Subway-
you a walk.
On the subway so that you can watch sandwich artists work while you get yelled at by homeless people.
That is a great idea. And you can have one of the guys cranking the pump that
Two
takes
of
it
my
from one to
favorite
the other.
activities.
Yeah.
All I'm looking for is $10,000 as like a startup good financial investment.
Well, if you don't die at the end of today, then I'm sure Wonder will set you up.
I don't know this Wonder, but I know you.
Felita's good buddies with him.
Felita scares me.
Well, that's
Have you looked
probably-
at them? They're scary.
Yeah, that's why I killed her
Felita's
the
picking
first
at their
time.
nails again, and they're like,
Huh?
me?
Yes.
Although she's easily distracted by jugglers.
Literally
That's
picking
how
the
I got
blood
her the
out
first
from
time.
under your nails.
I put a juggler in front of
Goddamn
her and then just
jugglers.
like watch the juggler. just watch the pretty juggler. Kapow.
Crusty jugglers.
I always slept with
Jugglers.
a pill under my mouth when we had to take sleep watches because
What?
Felita scares the shit out of me.
What, like a cyanide? pill?
Yeah.
Well, she does worship a chaos god, so
Wonder,
yeah.
the Mario game.
What?
Is that the same god?
Huh?
What? Is there a god in Mario called Wonder?
Yes.
You said that very unsure.
No, yes.
Like you're making that up.
I'm not making a Mario Wonder. It's a thing.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Tom, I feel like maybe this was Felita's story to tell us, and you took that away from her.
What story? How I
About
murdered her?
Mario Wonder. It comes
She
out in
serves
September.
an evil chaos god.
Oh, oops.
Shame.
Chaos isn't evil.
Yeah, it's fair, technically.
Okay, but is Wonder evil?
That's why I like playing games of chance.
No.
I mean, I don't know. You'd have to ask her.
Okay,
Wonder's not
let
evil.
me ask you a very important question to get a frame of reference from you. From your point of view, are the Jedi evil?
Okay, hold on. You're asking Felita if the Jedi are evil?
Yes.
Fuck
From
it, I'm
your
gonna go
point
into
of
this.
view.
Yeah, whatever. Sure. Absolutely, the Jedi are evil.
All right, I know what I need to know now. Thank you.
Can I pray to my god to like ask questions?
have a god?
I do have a god.
I
As a
mean-
wizard,
I thought
Yeah.
you were a warlock.
I'm a wizard.
He brought it
Okay.
up kind of willy-nilly once. But what's your god again?
the god of water, Poseidon.
That's right, Poseidon. Sure.
Broshin.
You have to, if I recall correctly, the way you communicate with Poseidon is by drinking seawater.
Yes.
No,
Copious
communicate
communication.
with
Copious amounts of
Poseidon
seawater.
Through waves.
You are on the ocean, so there's plenty of it
Seriously.
around.
What, you want me to get out my giant straw?
I
Is
need
that
your
what you-
help real quick.
All right.
Do you want to help me during a religious ceremony?
Absolutely.
Okay, hold this cone in this hose real quick.
All right.
Kink it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm going to go
pouring
below
beer up
deck
top.
and get 2 pails of water.
Okay.
And I'm going to pour them into that cone. Hold it tight.
I'm holding it. Okay.
All
That
right.
doesn't look like a beer bong to me.
I'm gonna take my claw and put it over at the end of the hose.
You want me to unkink it?
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Unkink it.
Blip.
You're chugging 2 buckets of seawater.
Yes, I am.
All right. Roll me a con save.
Not great.
What'd you get?
Plus
Star?
6.
Hallucinating.
Okay. All of a sudden, everyone around you starts to look like they are made of seawater and seaweed and sea creatures floating through their bodies instead of their skin. But in front of you, like over towards the edge of the boat, is the spitting image of Poseidon. Hey, buddy. It's Poseidon.
It's been a while, my good.
I know. You never did get that key out of your tummy.
No, but I tried.
You did.
Yeah, I figured
We
I'll just
can't
wait.
fault you for trying.
Yeah, I'll just have to wait until I find the one to truly unlock myself.
That's right.
I've got a few questions because there's a lot of things going on.
Sure,
in
ask away,
the
bud.
reality that I'm in.
Yeah, I'm
So-
here for you.
Do you think I should buy this Subway franchise? It's right next to another Subway, and I'm not sure if I'm financially fit to do so. But it would be a good opportunity to put up some flyers for the Kid House fun time thing that I have going on right now.
As I always
Gizzards Galleons of Fun.
say, fortune favors the bros.
And bros
You
love Jersey Mike's.
Or a bro. And yes, also bros don't like walking, so you should definitely spend all of your life savings
Okay.
to build a combination sandwich shop, subway platform, and also amusement park.
Okay, hold on. You got to talk slower.
Sorry.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
y'all think we should give him like mouth to mouth or something? Or-
he's
No,
standing
last
there.
time I did that, I got a whole mouthful of salt water.
You see a little crab come out of my mouth
He's-
and crawl up to the hat.
He's standing there just staring off the side of the boat, but like he's not next to the edge of the boat. He's like 5-10 feet away, but he's just looking at it and just making gurgly noises towards it.
Talking like Punch Drunk Rocky.
A little bit. You can't even make out what he's talking
I think
about.
he might have shit himself.
Something about Subway franchise and Poseidon, which Clancy and Felita remember Poseidon, the Poseidon adventure last time.
Should we move him or
You were like-
do we put him on his side?
I'd
Or
hang
like
him upside
restrain
down.
his limbs so he
stick in
doesn't
the
try
mouth?
and dig his
Yeah.
tummy out again.
in the recovery pose.
Just tie him to the mast upside down.
Oh, it's a good idea. What if we just punch him on the button?
I mean, we could just punch him in the stomach repeatedly. He'll eventually throw
Well,
up.
I'm good at that shit.
I'd
Yeah,
punch him in the
yeah,
stomach.
yeah.
Gizzard, all of a sudden, octopuses, a whole bunch of them.
Hey!
But the octopuses have eels for
Not
tentacles,
again.
and they're coming at
The
you.
Eeltopus is here.
This
Poseidon.
hentai.
Poseidon.
weakness, our
I got one more question. Don't go anywhere.
Ask it quickly.
What about Wonder? Tell me about Wonder.
He's a
No, Poseidon.
little bro.
He's a little bro, or he's a little.
chill bro.
He's a terrible. He's a terrible. He likes cherubros.
He just sort of like
Shrieking eel fist strike.
he gets very wavy as the eels punch you in the stomach,
Oh! That is not Novocaine for the soul.
and you vomit up all that.
And I use
seawater.
my fire. I use my dragon breath.
Okay,
It's some steam.
which is what?
Lightning.
Okay, so yeah, you just shoot out water and lightning off the side of the boat.
Oh my.
Good thing this whole boat
Very
isn't held
conductive
together with
salinated
like
water.
tar and shit.
Make a battery.
Quick, shoot it at this potato.
I've got it.
Tom, you and your potatoes.
How long was I out for?
A day.
Ugh.
Tom, you got some potatoes? I can juggle them. Toss them over here.
I don't have any.
Yeah, you
potatoes.
just said potato.
I said it because it would be a battery reference.
I juggle potatoes with a 16.
All right, there's potatoes somewhere on this boat, probably. You juggle them.
Belita's just sitting there. Yeah.
She's giddy.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
I toss her one. Potato? Boom.
Potato. Get the
I'm gonna redo my math and change these
I got
cannons.
I got a 9 on my dex to catch a potato.
You have one of those things where it hits you in the hands a few times and you sort of bobble it around and then it falls and just falls on the deck. It just
Shit.
flip, 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 flip.
Incomplete.
The magic is broken
The
now.
boat looks like it comes to a stop.
It can't be
as,
juggled no more.
as close to the rock wall as you can get. And yeah, so you can analyze things or you can just go ahead with the cannon plan.
Well, are
Whatever
we
you
too
wanna
close now where we can't get the angle on the cannons?
do.
So, because you said we're as close to the wall as possible.
Well, I mean, there's a whole like series of spiky rocks.
Oh, shit.
Plus, they could always detach the cannon to more point it upwards.
I know, but we would
That's
have
a
to
good
be
idea.
like 50 yards or 100 yards out for that angle to work, right? Because you said it's 1,000 feet up.
It's pretty tall.
We never played Worms?
Oh, I did. That really doesn't go well for the worms.
What's the wind like?
It's the sea, so it's pretty windy.
Can I just make like a parachute and jump off into the wind gust and it brings me up
No,
all
it's
the
not
way?
that windy.
I cast
not hot air.
Rivaldi's Gale.
What's that do?
It brings a huge gust of wind underneath me.
Can't you just cast fly?
Yeah. I was making a Zelda joke. I'm sorry.
I figured
I
it's
won't do that again, Tristan. I'm sorry.
Well, that's not in Tears of the Kingdom.
No, it was in Breath of the Wild.
It's not current.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
As you continue your mathematical calculations, we're going to take a break. And we're back.
Tom, how do we get up that wall?
He goes, have you even bothered to look for any alternatives other than just shooting your way up?
Well,
I mean,
are
it's a possibility. You could shoot up and then python your way the rest of the way.
Are there wall snakes that burrow holes and dig tunnels like a little subway system?
He pulls out a spyglass and looks at the wall.
Oh, I got one of those too. I'm gonna do that too.
Yours is a little gorier, but there look like there are teeny tiny holes, like birds might be nesting in them, but like not purple worm-sized tunnels or anything like that. But everybody can roll me a perception check if they so desire.
16.
22.
15.
Or
Okay. Everybody but Clancy. You notice that you probably... So there's a few options plus a new one that you just now noticed. So you have your cannon option, which you can either just try to shoot yourself up and over, which may or may not work.
Option A.
Option
tie a
A.
rope to me.
Option B, you guys can put on pythons and just try and climb your way up. That'll take a while. Or option C, you notice that there is a small little whirlpool of bubbles. It's not like a full-on whirlpool, but there's just like this constant like series of bubbles coming up next to basically not the shoreline, but because there isn't really a shore, it's just a bunch of rocks, but there's just this one spot with about, I'd say, a width of 5 feet of bubbles just constantly coming up.
Huh.
That's what you guys noticed. Those three
Why
things.
would we ever try to go down into the ocean
Yeah, wasn't
to
that
get
full
up
of
on top of that
skeletons?
cliff? That's stupid.
I'm gonna stick me head into the water.
Roll me a history check, Felita or Gizzard. Shit.
Both?
That's a 4.
Or both.
Critical 20.
Gizzard, you seem to recall, back when you were in the Undercity of Death, that when you got to where the Skunt was, the below area was flooding with water. And it was filling with water. So, putting 2 and 2 together, you think that maybe there's a way that the water is running into that underground city, which would then give you a way up to the Skunt. Now, your problem would then be, how do you get from down in the Undercity up top? Because last time you had somebody who could fly, and you cast fly as well.
And death.
Yeah, and Death was running around that city.
Well, Death's not in that part,
Oh,
because you
okay.
blocked him off with the rock
Yeah,
wall.
that's true.
So that's the third option for you, or if you want to try and do something else. Those are just the most apparent things you can do.
I say we go for it.
But you didn't say which way we would go.
I say
you got
do it.
to get down to get up, y'all. Right? Or is it the other way around?
Get up to get down.
We'll like go down there and then we go up.
I think you have to slide to the left and then
Cha-cha.
slide to the right. Cha-cha now, y'all.
Cha-cha real smooth?
I think there's a pubic thrust somewhere in there as well. But I don't know.
Tom, what you think? Go through the underworld or climb?
If we
for
go through
days?
the underworld, how we get up?
I don't know. I thought maybe you knew.
Elevator.
Actually, he is pretty old. He may know.
Haven't you been there before?
I've been everywhere and I've eaten and fucked everything, but I have no idea how to get up to that
He says,
stuff.
yeah.
I've been to every
I think
show.
I do know a way. If it's not blown up, then yeah, I might have a way up.
I think there's some Shetland ponies somewhere in that mountain that we could ride to freedom.
Some flying Shetland ponies. Why did he turn into like an old man?
That's just
He's
the voice
old
I
Audrey
used to
Hepburn.
mock you.
10,000 years old.
10,000. I've been in prison for 10,000 years.
That
You're
was the
not
last time I
prepared.
saw Jesus.
When you
Who
when you
later
were
became
betraying him?
Poseidon.
E2 Tame. E2 Tame.
So yeah, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
I just had a quick question. Like, is nobody going to question why the 10,000-year-old guy doesn't know how to pronounce Piton?
It's pronounced pecan.
I want to see your
Pecans, yeah.
piton.
I've had
It's a
pecans.
pecan.
It's pecan.
I've had pecans and pecans. Bless you. I've had pecans.
I'm sorry. He's got a nut allergy.
Yeah, you can't be busting those around.
Don't
out
be
here around
busting
me.
no pecking nuts. Don't be doing that.
Well, I
messy.
think y'all should just tie a rope around me and shoot me up on top of the cliff. I think
I'm
it'll work.
in. All right.
It's worked
I love,
before.
I love games. Here.
We are too close to the wall. We would have to sail back out.
Well, we could do that.
Hold on. So let me weigh him first. I just want to eyeball weigh him.
turtle?
Yeah, he's probably pretty light, right? Like if I pick up a cannonball and I look at him, which one do I think
I
is
probably
heavier?
weigh about 50 pounds.
Like
I'm
less.
probably heavier
he's
than
heavier
any
than-
cannonball.
Yeah,
in
he's
here.
heavier than a cannonball.
All right. Well,
Like the big guns are probably like 12 pounds.
Now, I mean, you could tie a cannonball to him and then shoot the cannonball, and he would go flying with it.
I feel like that would give him some whiplash.
can you cast like
Probably.
the
have
opposite
him
of
sit on the
enlarge,
cannon.
but in small?
You mean minimize?
Minimize, yeah. 'Cause
it's
you could
called D-biggin.
Biggin.
debigonate him,
I don't think so.
because then we can make him small, like a cannonball, and then you can just shoot him.
With a gun.
And maybe since he's small, he'd like slow fall. I don't know.
What? Just because he's small, he'd slow fall?
I mean, it's like when you eat the small
Yeah,
mushroom
it's like
in
when
Mario.
you drop an ant or something. Like they don't.
And he like
Yeah.
instantly becomes a feather.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on. I
Their
got a
terminal
question.
velocity is lower.
Yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah, I think
No, I don't have
the
it.
range is too small.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to try the cannon, I'm into it. Turtle man.
Alternatively,
Alternatively.
The other option, I suppose, you could
we could do
is
literally anything else.
you could stick Tom over on the mountain and just start
We shoot Tom out of the cannon.
start
Voice and
blasting
head,
the
you're a
wand of
genius.
wonder.
Because he can't die.
Oh, we do have
No,
that
he
wand.
can die.
We
He
have
can
that
die.
wand of water. We do have that wand.
Yeah,
You have the wand of
maybe there'll be
Tom
one-
of Wonder.
the time of. We could try it once, and then be ready to jump into the bubbling pile of hell. If
Okay.
it doesn't work out,
Yeah, I would like to try ye
How
wand.
high do you want him to get up on the mountain?
Well, we're not talking about that. I want the wand of wonder first.
That's what I'm saying.
it's he's the
Don't
he
do
is
it
the
while
one,
he's
though.
on the boat.
Yeah,
You
So,
want to put him next to the
Tom,
wall.
climb for 6 hours, and then we're gonna do something mean to you.
Yay.
I mean, that's not my. I mean, I can't command him though.
I cast command. I don't have that.
Wouldn't do you any good anyways. Philid is pretty much the only one that can make him do anything. So he turns to you, Philid, and he's just like, well, what's it going to be?
I feel like the way that gets us less dead is the water.
He's just sort of like, yeah, that
Jolly
makes sense
good.
to me.
Tom Saw is ready.
Tom's.
Tom Selleck's ready.
All right, I jump into the fucking bubble hole. Let's go.
Okay.
Bloop,
You all
kerplunk.
dive into the water.
I said I did, not everybody.
Do you
I
all
do
dive?
it
I do
too.
too.
All right.
How are you, Gizzard?
Give me one
He's
second.
drinking
He shoots
seawater.
himself out of a cannon.
Himself out of a cannon into the water.
He's
If none of you cowards will do it, I will.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You know what? I think that is. Yeah, I like that idea.
You're
What,
cannon in?
shooting yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna adjust the.
Well, these idiots go to hell.
What'd you get for your second round of math?
I don't remember it, but I'll have to re-roll it.
Okay.
Quick draw McSquaw can set off the cannon.
It's a 12.
His little cigar?
Sure. You got your
He always has a
mathematics.
cigar.
And yeah.
It's mathematics.
So do you want them? So do you want to sit on the cannon and then tie the cannonball to your ankle,
to my tail?
to your tail?
Yeah.
Right, so that you'll fly backwards.
Yes.
Team
All right.
Rocket's asking off again.
That's right. Okay. So everyone jumps into the water while Gizzard gets on top of the cannon, and they and they adjust it according
Wait.
to his specifications.
Is his tail just tied to a cannonball?
It's
The
like a
cannonball's in there.
gecko.
His ass is hanging off the bottom of the cannon with the tail just going in.
Kinda.
I've checked. I've checked the
Check
numbers.
the map. He's double checked it.
That is correct.
In fact, erases a denominator.
The math checks out.
So yeah,
I will divide by 0.
And before I light the cannons,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a champagne glass out of the underneath and toast to my god Poseidon, and drink it as the cannon goes off.
Okay.
Here's to you and to our future.
High low.
Hi.
Okay. So the cannon was definitely not aimed high enough, and you are launched. Also missed. So like, you're kind of jerked backwards violently as the cannonball just takes off. You were going backwards, so you can't like. You're going backwards towards a rock wall at great speeds. Meanwhile,
I can look over my
you
shoulder.
can. Yeah, you can. The rest of you jump into the water. And when you go in there, you can see that the bubbles are coming from, it looks like a little bit of like a sort of not collapse, but sort of falling apart rock hole. So you can see that there's water being sucked into this hole. It looks like you can maybe move some stuff around and then you can fit through it. But as it currently stands, it's probably a little bit tight.
Can I try to karate kick the rock away?
You can do it. You can karate kick rocks. Go kick rocks.
I kick rocks with a 20-7.
You fucking shatter those rocks. You kick it, and what would look like you just soccer kicked and broke every bone in your foot, you instead broke every inch of that rock into smaller, teeny tiny. You turn them into 1Bs, basically. And they shatter and go off, and now the hole's open, and more water's being sucked through. Not just a trickle anymore, but the whole thing.
In I go.
In you go.
And everybody goes.
Yep. Everybody goes in, one after another.
Ass first.
And you guys it's a fairly smooth tunnel. So this might have been made by some sort of creature. You're not sure, but after about 30 seconds or so of being sucked through this tube, you sort of pop out the top of the water, and you are in this, for everybody else other than Dale, you've never been here before,
What
but
the fuck?
this is this derelict, old, Gothic-looking city made of all black material.
Cue the
And
organ
there's
music.
this orb of sort of like busted, staticky energy in the middle. Doesn't look like it's functioning properly. And just all this architecture all over the place. And you see these big chains that go off in the distance down this tunnel. You can't see where they go. And out the top, there's this huge hole. And even from down here, which is a few hundred feet below the top of this hole, you can hear like all the sounds of like the monsters and whatnot just like running around and causing a muck.
How many chains?
So there's just one big chain going down that tunnel, and then that orb has a bunch of smaller chains attached to just walls. But Tom starts swimming over
Oh, it's still watery?
towards. Huh?
Still, are we underwater still? Or are we?
No,
good?
you're above water.
Okay.
Like you popped you out the top of it.
Did y'all
basically.
see what the fuck Captain Gizzard was doing? It's gonna rip his fucking spine out. It's gonna take his tail, and his spine's gonna go with it, and then he's just gonna fall into the water.
No, he did the math. He's fine. He used that cum piss bucket.
I think
Alright.
you underestimate the integrity of the dragonborn body.
Fuck, I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
but like,
do
what if
that.
it just pops his tail off? Do they
That would be
regenerate their tails?
Cool as hell. What if it like sprays blood and shit?
He's like a skinks, right?
Oh,
Blood
Yeah.
and shit.
well, yeah. I mean, if it's close enough to the cloaca,
Yeah,
probably.
It's gonna rip that asshole.
That asshole's seen a lot of damage throughout the years.
Tom, do you know how to get?
Tom, you know where you're
Tom,
going,
Do you know
Tom.
how to get us up?
You're a
take us
GPS,
there,
In
Tom.
500
Tom,
feet,
give us directions.
In 500 feet, swim forward. Continue swimming forward. So yeah, he doesn't even say anything to you guys. He's already starting to swim over towards a side wall, and you see that there's actually like a
Bro sidewall.
like a structure sort of sticking out of the water a little bit. So he's swimming over in that direction. It's a couple 100 feet away.
Hell yeah, I follow him. I try to swim faster than him. Fuck that guy.
Okay. Roll athletics.
What about acrobatics?
Nope. Are you doing flippy dips in the water? It's going to ruin
He's
your
trying to
speed.
keep balance in the water.
No, he's not keeping.
I got an 8.
Wow, he barely beats you. He got a 10, so
I'm tired from all that rock kicking.
yeah. So you guys are you know he's keeping the distance in front of you because he started before you did, but yeah. So you guys are swimming. Meanwhile, on the rock of Cannon, Gizzard, what are you doing as you fly very quickly towards a wall?
How far away from the wall am I?
At this point, I would say about 60 feet in closing.
So I've
Rapidly.
got one action.
Pretty much.
All right, I cast fly,
Okay.
and I go straight to the moon.
All right, you start to fly up.
Yep.
All right. Are you going to detach the cannonball rope from your
Actually,
tail?
no. I'm gonna keep it for right now,
Okay.
and I'll cast Mage Hand to kind of go under the cannonball so that it's not
Steve, what's the weight of a cannonball?
10 pounds.
The big ones are 12.
Okay, it's good enough anyways.
Yeah,
Still under
sweet.
15.
Bro,
So, yeah.
Mage Hand can load cannons. That's awesome.
Yeah, actually, it could.
So yeah, Mage Hand is just cupping the ball.
So there's no drag of my
Exactly.
flying, yeah.
So you know it's
and the
not
pressure's off my tail.
exactly.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I got you. I understand.
I have this plan. The math always checks out.
So you're just going to try and fly up and over the
No, I'm
mountain?
not going to try. I am going
Well,
to
okay,
do
I was
it.
gonna say, yeah. So when you, it takes you a little bit, but eventually you do make it up and over the mountain. And roll me a perception check, or would you like to use your spyglass?
I'm gonna use the spyglass.
Okay.
Is that the plus
Does that
anything?
increase?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say a +4.
Nice.
So a lot.
Okay.
28.
Okay. So you fly up and over the mountains. You're over the ridge at this point. You're just kind of looking down over the valley, and it's just a sea of monsters. You do see the giant hole in the ground that you had come out of earlier, like way earlier. But the Skunt Baby's not right there next to the hole. It looks like it's walking around a little bit in the distance. Not super far away. It's moving very slowly. Like the Statue of Liberty in Ghostbusters, like it's moving pretty slowly, step by step, but it is on the move. And yeah, those monsters are just all over the place, all kinds of different sizes, shapes. They're all in the mountains. They're just looking around, just looking for things to murder, basically.
Is the devil up here?
You don't see them.
I'm gonna try to call him.
Okay.
I got my cricket wireless to call the devil, or is it a jitterbug?
You just all of a sudden see the devil standing on top of a peak, and he's just like,
Hail Satan.
"Yes. What can I do for you?"
Oh, I've made it. I'm gonna use my charm to charm the devil.
Okay.
Why don't you take a seat? I'll make some tea.
How does that work?
What?
Charming the devil? Or are
just-
you physically like gonna try and charm
Oh, I'm
him?
going to. No, I'm not going to cast anything.
Oh, okay, you're just gonna try and
Didn't you hear Tom? You just gotta flatter him, right?
That's what Tom said. Just be nice to the devil. Have
Okay.
sympathy for it. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine, you see.
Okay. So
I figured I'd get a front row seat to the end of the world.
so you land on the peak next to him.
Yeah.
So you just called me to talk.
Well, you know, everybody wants a buddy.
He's like looking at you through squinting eyes, like,
Do you need glasses?
no, I'm just.
Quick, sketch him with his eyes all squinted. And I throw up, quick draw McCall.
Yeah, quick draw. I'm just doing that. He's just like, where's Tom?
I actually have no idea. Last I saw, they jumped into the ocean.
Trying to figure out why he's not dead yet.
I thought about killing him, but then we started making him do silly things, you see, and he became very entertaining.
You're making him do something?
Oh, well, I wasn't. I was the accomplice.
So what, you have control over him?
No,
or
well,
something?
I don't. I
Okay,
don't.
when I say you, I'm talking about the royal
Well,
you.
you have
as
to
in
talk.
your
You're
group.
talking to me. Yes.
Yeah, I
Can
know.
I make you some tea?
How are you going to make me tea? Do you
and,
have a kettle boiling?
And I take off my hat, and there's a mason jar of water.
Okay.
I can easily cook this up, and I've got some herbs.
On the peak of the mountain.
Yes.
Produce flame.
I get some brush around, right?
Yeah, it takes you a little bit to find it up here on the peak.
And I just-
but yeah.
Like,
It's a bird nest.
yeah.
It's just like a bird nest on
I just
fire.
hit the bird. Gah!
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you
And
do.
I just light firebolt,
Okay.
right? And light it
Sure.
up and boil this water up.
Okay. Yeah, you make some tea.
And I got some sea herbs.
Okay. Sea
Just
herbs.
seaweed.
What's
seaweed
sea
tea?
herbs?
I mean, don't. It's a great. It helps you sail better. It gives you a third eye on the high seas, if you
Kelty.
understand what I mean.
I
You're the
think
devil.
I
What
know
are you
what
worried about?
I'm just, you don't usually call me up to
Oh,
chum up.
oh.
Are you doing a crime
I'm
motion?
doing. Drink the tea and enjoy this time we have together.
He takes the tea and just swigs it down in one gulp.
Oh, come on, that's wasteful. You didn't even get to enjoy it.
He's like, it wasn't it wasn't good.
Have another one. What are you doing up here?
You called me.
Well, I know, but like,
You literally called me and said, "Hey, devil,
come out and hang.
come out and hang."
I mean, you didn't have to answer, but you did, so it
I
seems
figured
like
you
you're
needed
lonely.
something or wanted something.
Well, I do want something.
What do you want?
Just some one-on-one time with the devil.
Okay.
Are we doing good? Are you proud of us yet, devil?
Tom's not dead yet. So the deal is you're supposed to kill Tom for me.
Well, you could have let us know before that he was, a
No, before what?
10,000-year-old elder god.
Why is that important?
I mean, if I'm hired to do a job, normally I'm giving all of
I
the
told you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I done talking now, devil? You may be the devil, but you ain't got to be rude. Mm-hmm. When I am hired
Doing
for
a
a
great job
job,
flattering him.
I'm normally given directions on what my employer would want from me, you see. So being full transparent and letting me know that he's an elder god would have been a little helpful before I took on this job to take out your boyfriend or whatever you are.
So, I would like to remind you that I did tell you he was immortal, and I told you that you had to figure out a way to separate him from death, which you did. Now,
You're welcome.
sure, thank you. Now, he's not immortal anymore.
Well, don't you ever play with
Which
your
means
food before
you
you
can
eat
ju-
it?
Yeah, I do it a lot.
Okay.
But I'm just, okay. So I don't know what you need from me because you could kill him.
Well, I
Whenever.
can't.
Any moment.
I
Any
personally
moment.
can't. I'm up here with you.
Exactly.
Drinking
You're up
tea
here with
and-
me drinking seaweed tea.
It's not seaweed tea. It's teaweed.
Teaweed. Okay.
It's a lot better, and it's aged and fermented.
I've had better.
Oh, that's rude.
Well,
You're not being very charming.
so is not doing the job I paid you for.
I am doing my best. I can't help it. I got separated, you see.
When you were on the ship, doing seawater and talking to bro siding, quote unquote.
So are you watching me then?
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah, I'm not just watching you.
Then why are you
I'm
not
watching
watching what's
all of
going? You asked me where Tom is.
Yeah.
So why, if you are omniscient and can see everything?
I'm not omniscient.
But-
I'm just
oh,
lurking.
Hold on, now you're double talking.
No,
you see.
I'm not omniscient. I'm just
How
lurking.
am I supposed to
I'm
trust the
lurking.
devil if you're not going to be
you
honest
shouldn't
with
trust
me?
the devil.
I want to.
I'm
I
the
like
devil.
You seem like an
Have you
all right
read
guy.
any book?
I can't
ever?
read. You know that. You watch me as I.
Good point.
Oral history.
Oral history, songs, anything.
Songs.
Okay. Has there ever been a song that said, "Hey, you should trust the devil. He a good guy"?
I remember there's one where it's like he's a friend, and you should feel bad for him. So I feel bad for you because I feel like he ain't got no friends.
What? Hope you guessed my name.
What? Okay.
It's the devil. Come on.
He doesn't. Yeah, the devil don't know every song that's written about him.
All right.
I'm with you, voice and head. So I mean, we can. Why don't you tap into your devil network
For what?
to see where Tom is? You said you were watching us before.
Yeah.
So why don't you do it now?
He went in the tunnel and he's in that little death city.
Okay.
Well, can't you teleport him there too?
But I'm asking you why you didn't kill him before you could have killed him at any time.
Well, I could, but one thing is I didn't.
But why? Is what I
Well,
wanna
I'm
know.
scared, you see.
Of what?
Felita.
Okay.
Hold on. Me? Oh, see, I can still hear. I can hear them.
You just put your hand over
My
your
whole-
mouth so I couldn't see it.
No, I did. You can.
And then you said, "Me."
Felita's scary.
Okay. I mean, she does seem to be scary.
And I went to kill the devil, and she's looked at me like, if you kill the devil, I'm going to kill you and your ancestors, and I'm going to strangle that quick draw macaw off your brain. And it was just the look that they gave me. you know.
Why wouldn't she want to kill the devil? Why wouldn't she want to kill Smiling Tom? She's Smiling Tom killed her, and it's literally in the contract she agreed to. She's going to kill Smiling Tom.
Well, I understand. I don't read
why
contracts.
wouldn't
That's
she
why
wanna
I've
kill
got a
Smiling Tom?
turtle to do it. You know,
Who also should want to kill Smiling Tom,
well,
by the way?
you know, there's a demonic weapon and armor to protect me from Felita. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Ask him for stuff.
The only
Oh.
one of you.
idiot.
Well,
that
I mean,
doesn't
hold
have
on.
an incentive.
How am I supposed to ask him for things off of just the note that you wrote me? Hold on. Well, you see, she's been talking to herself in her chaos god a lot, and I don't like the swirly eye look she gives everyone.
Chaos God.
Well, yes. You have to know. You've been
Are
watching.
you talking about Wonder?
I don't remember their wonderful name, but I do remember it's like, it's either wow.
Chouse.
It could be Klaus. It could be Wicket.
But it's a Chaos God.
It could be Willow.
Chaos God?
Yeah, I think it's a chaos guy.
Okay. Well, there's only one of them. His name is Wonder.
What's his first name?
Thank you for
Wunderkind?
letting me know that, by the way.
Oh, I mean, we're tea buddies.
Yeah, we are. I got things to do now.
Well, I'm not done with you. You haven't.
You got one more question.
You've got a question.
No, you've got. If you want something, you have one chance to ask it. I'm going.
So, I need a little money to financially get in to a possible subway. You see, they're franchising these out, and I might want to get in. And you'll have to give me a couple thousand quid, but you'll get it back on the back end, one way or another, if you understand what I'm winking at.
Do you not recall the deal? The deal is you kill Smiling Tom, you don't go, I don't drag you back to hell, but B, you also get rewarded. So if you
Well,
want to buy a franchise, I'll
Well,
buy
do
you a franchise.
No, well, no, do you think I should do it is the question. Like,
Who cares? I'll just buy it.
well, no, I do
Then it's not
care
a
because
loss.
I want to.
Because it's free.
I want to know it's a good investment of not only me money, but also me time.
Roll me a charisma check.
Oh, those are what I'm known for as a wizard.
Hey.
Okay. 21.
No, It's a terrible investment.
Oh.
It's the stupidest fucking idea I ever heard in my entire life. Don't do it.
Oh.
And they teleport
Ever.
him to hell.
Then he just bloops away. Smells like rotten eggs.
That's because I
Meanwhile-
shit myself when I.
There you go. Meanwhile, back in the hole, Smiling Tom has led the group to a structure. It doesn't look like there's it's not like a staircase or anything like that, but he just sort of keeps climbing up structures, and then the structures just turn into other things that are climbable. And eventually, once you get up and out of the water enough, you do see that there's like a doorway or some sort of passageway, like a man-made passageway that goes up. And he's like, this should get us up and out of here.
What's the deal with that light in the center?
That's
Yeah.
what all these cities used to be run on.
Can we turn them back on or what?
I mean, it's on right now. It never turns off. It's
Oh.
made of souls.
It just looks like it's not working too good. What kind of souls?
Anything.
Okay.
Anytime somebody would be sacrificed or die in the city, goes right in those things.
Should we be sacrificing people now?
I mean, it's running.
I think I might know a few of those.
What, the souls?
Yeah.
We died for you.
But they turn the lights on, so that's pretty good.
They're my little personal Motel 8.
They died for a higher purpose. I can see in hell now.
He said, I mean, technically they are a source of ridiculous power, but they're kind of down here in a hole, so I don't know how we're going to get it up now.
You think I could make some kind of brewed alcohol out of that power?
What? You
I don't
want to
know.
make soul brew?
Can I distill souls into a liquor?
call it Soul Glow?
I'm in. You want to start a company? We can't cut in
Sure.
Captain Gizzard.
Let me start a
That's
company.
terrible investment sense.
Yeah, don't include him in anything business related. Or make him be the front man for the money, because he'll apparently go in for anything. And then if it fails, you just walk away.
All right.
Leave
Well,
him on the hook.
I mean, look, if you think
That's
I
what
can
I'd do.
distill some of them souls, I'm in.
No, it's not a. You can't turn it into a liquid to drink.
Fuck.
Solid.
No kind of essence I could.
I mean, it's an essence of sorts. I mean, it's sort of ethereal. It's not really a physical thing.
like soul bitters.
If you squeeze anything hot enough, you'll get oil.
Huh.
Like you can squeeze wood and get oil out of it.
Like resin.
Okay.
I mean,
And
it's
there's-
called wood oil. But
And if
sure.
there's sugar in that oil, you can make liquor out of it.
Okay.
That's right.
So
It'll
you
make
want
you
to
go
climb
blind.
back down so you could squeeze
Oh, I thought.
soul juice.
No, okay, no. We'll just keep going up then, I guess.
Got
We'll come
it.
back later.
Can
We'll
we
come
call it
back later.
essential oil?
Tom keeps going.
I'm not saying I'm on board, but if I was.
Maybe
I mean,
after we.
But it's good to throw out marketing ideas, even if we're not sure if we're going to do it yet. You know.
yeah.
So Tom keeps climbing, and eventually it looks like there's an old door, and there's runes carved on it. But you notice that Tom just starts moving his fingers pretty, like he's been here before. Just he starts tracing outlines on the door of symbols you don't even see, and pretty soon the runes on the top of the door light up. The door sort of splits open, and then it sort of separates each side into the wall.
Taco Bell.
And it appears to sort of pop you out towards the lower section of the mountain. And you can hear that not far away there are a ton of monsters.
Oh, shit.
And if you pop your heads out and look, Scooby-Doo style, you see a sea of monsters all over the place. And in the far distance, you can see the Skunt Baby, trundling around. And at that point, we're going to call it. So thanks for tuning in. Check us out next time. Not ready for that?
Scooby Doo Loop.
There it is. Sorry.
We
We haven't done this in a month.
And the Charterburg.
It's true, it has been.
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, and Twitch at Botch Podcast. This episode of Botch was brought to you by the Patreon producers, the OG Lone Ranger, Big Jim, Nanuk, Lord Chronic, Scanner, B-Mail, Shanda Panda, Disgruntled Furniture, Quiz, Wisdom, Zukari, Scabby Goose, Lost Limey, God King, Red Panda Bash. Sapper Supreme, and Oh Swampy. You want to support the show but can't do it financially? Head on over to a lot of stupid websites. FreedomValleyHorsepace.com, dickblood.me, dickblood.club, cornhub.icu,
lizardteats.com, mookmolk.com, buytheseviagra.com, louisianapocketgopher.com, damnyoudennis.com, birdswithpenises.com, chickums, that's double K's, .church, or simply patreon.com/botchpodcast. Leave us a 5-star review on whatever platform you listen to us on. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever. We'll read them out on the show. If you don't, we get to hit Chonky.
Oh, come on.
We didn't have one today, Chonk. I know you're typing in chat right now, but
Yeah, that's my ribs.
thank you to Gozer for intro and outro music. More of them over at Gozer_music, or check them out on Spotify. Their album is live. Thank you to Swan for our album art. You can find her all over the internet at a swan named Emily. We salute you, Big Jim 5. You are this episode's
Most
wanted.
Poseidon.
Want to send something to the studio? Send it over to the P.O. Box 3178, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania 17325. We'll open it up on stream. If you're listening to this, that means Dragon Con is 2 weeks away. You can catch us live at Dragon Con. We've got the Blood Feud, which is the game show, interactive game show with the audience that's happening Saturday night in the Crystal Ballroom. Or check out the premiere of Season 8 Sunday night up in the Hilton Main Ballroom
Fuck yeah.
East. So we'll be back in the big room this year.
Fuck yeah, we will.
Where we...
The center one?
Well, you know what? I won't say what we're doing yet.
Okay.
I'll do it next episode. So, all of our schedules will be all over social media because everybody is on a bunch of panels. And as always,
As you fucking tie your ass to a cannonball and then shoot your spine out of your goddamn body because you don't know how physics works. Shout Botch before you pull the cord.
we'll see you next week, nerds, for the finale. Everybody here in chat, stick around. We're going to take a quick break. Who were you talking to in chat there?
Dalek 4.
Dalek
He's
4.
asking us
Exterminate
for Dragon Con.
My liver.
Yeah, so cool. Yeah, there's a bunch. I still need to sign up for the Discord. Which Discord? The Dragon Con or the Dragon Con Digital Media or the Botched Discord?
The app hasn't come out yet, has it?
Yeah.
The what?
The app
Don't
hasn't been
worry
updated
about it,
yet,
Phil.
has it?
Stop asking me so many fucking questions.
Okay, just trying to help. Sorry. Sorry, guys.
Fucking
I mean-
invading privacy.
Getting yelled at all night. Today. It's really good for my self-esteem. And I didn't get my medicine today from fucking Chalky, so like I'm anxious.
John, you came early.
I came right at
You
6:30.
You
I
said 6:30 to
6:30.
6:45, so I was like, he means 6:50. So I opened a beer, and then you showed up, and I was like, fuck.
All right. I am sweaty.
Yeah, it's very warm down
And I
here.
We'll be
Stink.
back in a couple minutes. Bye.